Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pentiment. My name's Heliax, and last time we sent an innocent man to his death. We saw the consequences of that, and now it's 7 years later. We have returned. We are now a master artist. We're looking pretty snazzy with our cap and our nice well-kept beard, and our hair's all nice and done and everything. Looking like I've got some money with me. We've got our apprentice Caspar here helping us out, and right now, okay, so yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to look at in here. Paying respects. I ran into Otto Zimmerman, so basically the town folk are not happy with the Abbey, and they're getting ready to do perhaps a little bit of a rebellion, which is not a good thing. And I'm just wondering, like, this entire time it was going on, I was wondering, is this my fault? If I had caught the bad guy, would this have not happened? Because we didn't catch the bad guy, because there was a note at the very end telling us to get out from the same handwriter of the murderer. So we don't know who it is, but yeah, we have a strong command in Latin, and we went to France for a while. As a master, we did some paintings in France and stuff. So the map here apparently is new. Don't see anything that's particularly new. Looks like that's a place we can go back to Golden Hand and to sleep, right? That makes sense. The Abbey, just seeing if there's anything new built in these areas. I don't see anything that's particularly new. Maybe the midwife, is that always there? Werner Balthasar is new. So is Rathaus. Or maybe I just never went to those places. What we're gonna do now. Oh geez, everybody is updated. Midwife of Tassing, wife of Lucky. She has one daughter, Brigitte Bauern, wife of Martin, right? You got son of Carl and Helena. Big Jorg, and his late wife Christine, called Big because. All right, second wife of Peter. Yeah. Just really seeing if there's anything new. Klaus Drucker is the Tassing town printer and widower to his wife Mary. Although Tassing is an unusual place for a printing press, he does brisk trade with pilgrims and other travelers on the Imperial Road. His first son, Berthold, died to illness. Oh, Berthold was a good kid. He's raising his only daughter, Magdalene, alone. Man, that's tough. I don't want to read all of them because, I doubt a lot of them have changed. There's Magdalene, daughter of Klaus and the late Mary, sister of the late Berthold. Yeah. Hannah, wife of Nico, co-proprietor of the Golden Hand and Golden Hand Landhouse, mother of Kilian. Right, and this is Kilian, dutiful son of Nico and Hannah. We got Johann here. I'm just seeing if anybody died, basically. Got Otto, his son of Eva and Otto, nicknamed after the Oats Valley to differentiate him from his father and late grandfather. Here's Nico, timid co-proprietor of the Golden Hand, husband of Hannah, father of Kilian. Martin's really turned a corner, it seems like. Veronica, Father Thomas, Peter. Okay. Is that everybody? Yep. New things in the glossary. Burgundy, powerful former duchy of eastern France that became a province in 1477, known for its wine, art, monasteries, and courtly fashion. Anything else? No. Okay. So I've decided what we're going to do. Before we turn in for the night, we're going to go to every single area to see if we can talk to people, because I feel like I might have missed things. I don't know, maybe I didn't, but I just want to be sure. Because, I don't want to miss anything. I mean, we very clearly missed things in the, oh, Attilia. I can go to her house. Pictures are still there where I left them. and she's no longer in the house. She still has a house, though, so that's good. I wonder... That might have drastically changed. I imagine if you don't help her out... Well, I mean, hell, you could get her killed, basically. So, obviously, that wouldn't be her house if that was the case. Can't go that way. Martin Bauer House. It wasn't called Martin Bauer House before, was it? Wasn't it named, Franz? Something like that. This is the Zimmerman House. Keep up, Caspar. Andrus's place. Let's go to the central town up here. The bakery. Steinauer House. Church and Druckers. Let's go to the north town. Ooh, this is new. What are they building here? The Rathaus construction is going smoothly. I wonder if they'll finish it before winter. A community hall where people meet, typically a council that governs day-to-day. Okay. Getting a little town hall here. It's nice. There's Stolz's house. And Issenkamp, who's new. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there here. Yeah, we know about that. Okay. Church and Druckers. We have been to already. Oop. Oh no, Amelie, stop it. The sin of Saul. The sin of Saul. Saul, the first monarch of Israel. According to the Old Testament, Saul was divinely rejected from the kingship after disobeying the prophet Samuel's instructions. Master, did you hear that? It sounded like someone crying out. I think it's Sister Amelie. She's a mystic. She may be having one of her visions. It's never a good sign. Sister Amelie, are you alright? The Philistines, this is the hand of God. Compline. Monastic hour, corresponding to 8 p.m., one of the little hours of prayer. Yeah. Sister, is something happening at Compline? It's Compline right now. No! ... Sister Amelie? You're the artist Andreas. You remember me? Yes, you were here when the Baron was killed. You've changed. Hopefully for the better. No one really changes, in more ways than one. Yeah, I feel like, we got the feeling that he's been pretty depressed. He hasn't had a good time in the last 7 years. Maybe the guilt of sending somebody else to die, who we now know is innocent, an innocent man to die, really got to him. I like that idea, in more ways than one. The complexities and difficulties of the outside world are why I am glad to be in here. I can see and hear the world spinning around me, but I am not a part of it. This cell gives me the peace and in isolation I need to feel God's presence. And in the stillness of this storm of the world, a storm sometimes rouses in my soul. ... I wish Father Thomas were here. Would you like Caspar to go get him? If he could, yes. His house is just around the corner. Caspar, run and get Father Thomas. Yes, Master Andreas. Your son? My apprentice, but I think of him like a son. He seems eager to please you. Of course, that is the job of an apprentice. He is quite enthusiastic, yes. I feel his devotion is misplaced in me. Yeah, we have confidence issues. I feel his devotion is misplaced in me. He sees you as a father, and he wants to honor you as any Christian child should. But as Paul told the Ephesians, fathers must not provoke anger in their children, through ill treatment. Oh, we get a picture of Paul. I have little advice for mothers and fathers that does not come from Scripture. Oh, geez. You could have more comfort in here. My God. My world is one of spirit, decoupled from the march of life and death. I see and hear your world turning from the little window, but they are mercifully small glimpses. Mercifully small? You choose a difficult life. The life is not difficult, but the choice was. My life belongs to God, and its trials are mine to endure in this cell. Your world is the world of normal lives and normal thoughts. It can be difficult to hear the divine, much less make sense of it. I have no will to be part of that world. I strive to have no will at all, but to subordinate myself to the will of God. When my will is God's will, when my will is His will, He graces me with visions, confusing though they may be. It must be frustrating. Sure, they could be interpreted with Scripture. I'm sorry to have disturbed you. It must be frustrating. It's a struggle, but it's not frustrating. My visions are gifts from God. I am blessed to receive them. I must have patience, seek counsel in Father Thomas, and accept that not everything will be revealed to me. Sister, what is that hole in the ground? My grave. What? I dug it before Father Thomas read me my funeral rites before I was enclosed here. I dig a little more in it each day. Most people find it shocking, but this is my devotion, my vocation. Once someone finds their calling, they must answer it fully. Well, if the calling is wrong, I don't think it's that simple, of course. How could we do otherwise? Was a calling to a cloistered life not enough? What if the calling is wrong? I wish I could give a helpful answer, but I don't know. I felt this wasn't my calling even before I could admit it to myself. Is your calling in question, Andreas? Is your life? Both, I think. I've lost my love. My love for art, love for family, love for anything. The last 7 years have been hard. It was all too much for me. Don't lose hope, Andreas. The human heart is no small thing. It can hold so much. Andreas, thank you for sending Caspar. It seemed prudent. She asked for you. Are you alright, Sister Amelie? Yes, Father. I may have had another vision. I remembered little of it, Master Maller, and his apprentice heard nothing specific. That's unfortunate, but I am glad you're alright. Andreas, Caspar, could you excuse us? We appreciate your help, but I must tend to her now in the church. Of course, Father. Good evening. God bless you both. Master Andreas, I'm confused. What did that all mean? I'm not sure, but the last time I heard Sister Amelie have a vision, it was just before the Baron was murdered. What? Do you think... Could Sister Amelie be receiving warnings? It's possible, yes. If someone's going to be murdered, how do we stop it? We just have to keep our eyes open and our wits about us. It's a difficult question to answer. It's been a long day. We can discuss this in the morning if it's still bothering you. To keep our eyes open and our wits about us. Come, Caspar. Let's retire for the evening. I can't go into the church, right? I can. Well, take a little peek. I don't think we ever went into the church before, did we? Maybe we have. I do kind of... This seems familiar. Nope, I don't remember this. This must be the labyrinth the church is named after. Interesting. It's interesting that we don't see a door to her cell. The Mueller house. We could take a look at the Roman ruins. These drawings are still here. I wonder if that kid's still a painter. Or still an artist. If he is, his work hasn't improved much. Schlan! You're the real reason we came back. The kitties. Or Schlau, not Schlan. Yeah, we'll go explore the forest real quick. Your father Gernot's new instructions. The townsfolk can't even gather sticks without a fee. Gernot's an ass. This tree's still here. Brother Woshlav uses time in almost all of the Abbey's cooking. Maybe because it grows so easily here. See how Smokey's doing. Smokey? Oh, hello, Master Mahler. You're looking well. Thank you, Smokey. How are you? I'm well enough, I guess. Vosklov went his way a few years ago, which I suppose was bound to happen. Right? He uses the Romani. I miss the company sometimes, but now there's no one to keep me from my gossip. No one to tell it to, either. I'm always partial to a few tidbits of information. Do tell, Smokey. half of the ears in Tassing will be burning by the end, Master Mallow. And nearly all of them in the Abbey. Oh? I did see another Imperial Reichspost carrier ride from the Abbey a few days ago. A private mail service run by the Thurn und Taxi family and approved by the Holy Roman Empire. Brother Guy dropped the bag once. It looked heavy. The Abbey must be doing better than the Abbot is letting on. Does that happen often? How did the Abbey was struggling with its funds? Curious, isn't it? The couriers arrive once or twice a month. Doesn't help that the Abbot has tightened restrictions so close to St. John's Eve, too. The townsfolk get up to all sorts of mischief then. Oh no. I'm sure Father Gernot won't like that. What sort of mischief? I'd wager Johann and Kat will find some corner to play in again. Johann and Kat? Are they supposed to be playing together? It's practically tradition at this point. Veronica and Brigitte might go out for a midnight dip by the waterfall too. Good to know. They've been swimming out there for years. Now everyone's getting clever, trying to stay out from the Abbey's eye. Rightly so. He's an ass. I didn't see you in the town commons during Otto's speech. Aren't you standing with the peasants? Well, their cause doesn't really affect me, does it? I'm as worried as anyone about soldiers rushing through here, but the new taxes and restrictions don't bother me. I understand why they're upset, but I've been doing fine out here, well, with less than they have. Nothing will change for me, even if they get their way. You could support them. I see. Oh well, enough of that. Thanks for stopping by, Master Mallow. Until later, Smokey. Until then. Yep, no tent here anymore. It is much lonelier looking over here now. Go visit the shrine. I can't even look at it anymore. Well, Casper, here's the Shrine of Satya. The waterfall must flow down from the snow melt in the mountains above the Abbey. Right. Anything going on at the old salt mine? Tassing's old salt mine. How the town made money before the Imperial Road opened up. 2 innocents. Uh-oh. Tassing, I want to check this out. Also called the Via Imperii, the Imperial Road links Venice in the south with Stettin on the Baltic Sea in the north. It passes through Verona, Innsbruck, Nuremberg, and many other cities along the way. It also brings thousands of travelers to Tassing and Kirsau every year. Huh. I never knew about the Imperial Road that linked those two cities. Or those two cities. Alright. Do we want to go check out the Abbey before we go to sleep? Might as well. Is that new? If only there was a way to transport them to the cities. Selling these would be very profitable. Interesting. Yeah, these wildflowers weren't here before, were they? I don't remember seeing them. Anybody in the guest house? Nope. Can I talk to the Abbey? Or the Abbot? Nope. 2 innocents. So we know the first innocent was killed by, or at least partially killed by the Baron. He was responsible for the death. The second innocent was me. Not me, but I killed Brother Ferenc. Okay, can't go into the Abbey. Alright, let's go to sleep. Hello? Anybody still awake? Not down here anyway. Here we go. My desk is a lot cleaner. The room is sparse compared to what I'm used to. It's getting late. I should get some rest. Go to sleep. Good night, Caspar. Almost the same midnight or the nightly stretch. Work time. Meet Illuminata at the library. Okay. Did you drop this, Caspar? No, I don't think so, Master. Uh-oh. That script looks beautiful, Master Andreas. Did you write that? You were warned. Warned? What does that mean? Warned about what? It has to do with the murder that happened the last time I was here. I'm gonna be truthful with them. How? I thought they caught the murderer. Yes, but it's complicated. Let's just head up to the library, Caspar. All right, Master. They did not catch the murderer. Unfortunately. Hello, Hana. Hello, Master Mahler. Nope, you need to go down. Here we go. Killian, how you doing, boy? Good day, Master Mahler. And Nico. Hello, Andreas. And is the soldier out here? Yes. Samuel. Hello, Andreas. At least we have a soldier here now. Maybe if the murderer attacks me, he can help me out. I fear for Caspar. We're gonna take a walk around the town first. Thomas. God bless you, Andreas. This might not be the most exciting thing because we're probably not gonna find a whole lot. But even if we find one thing that I wouldn't have found, you know, doing it the way we're doing it in the first act, I think that would be worth it. Hello, Magdalene. Bah! Klaus? Hello, Andreas. At least he still has a nice house. Lucky. Andreas, back in Tassing, I see. Happy to see me? I came to visit the grave of Brother Piero and pay my respects. Your friend. Didn't mind him, was a proper Christian. He was a kind man. God rest his soul. Hope he gives us some peace too. Troubled times. I assume you're referring to Otto's speech? Won't end well. Life's getting harder for everyone, but if this shit goes on, there'll be backlash. A bloody one. Don't like the abbot coming for my fishing rights, but I will make do. Don't the restrictions and increased taxes affect you differently than the peasants living off the land? Stonemasonry's the lifeblood of a town, Andreas. We work, we don't complain. It's not Christian, I suppose. How's your family doing during these troubling times? We're fine. Agnes is fine. Brigida and Martin are fine. Martin's become far more responsible, a man after his return. I just wish, never mind. Raised the eyebrow quizzically. Sigh. I wish Wolf had died. Who was Wolf? That was their son, right? I mourned the boy, all these years later. I hoped he'd take up the mantle, my mantle. I wanted to pass on my knowledge and trade. Rest in peace, Wolf. May God keep his tiny soul safe. Perhaps Brigida will have another, while I live. She seems happy enough with Martin. I'd love to hear the patter of small feet again. A boy to hold a chisel and mallet. A little stonemason, making his grandfather proud. I suppose that's up to Brigida and Martin. I hope your wish comes true. He could become something other than a stonemason, you know? I hope your wish comes true. God willing. Enough idling now. Got things to do. Until later, Andreas. Until then. And a lot of people died. It's a hard life back then. Hard life. Agnes? Oh, Andreas. How good it is to see you again. And who's this? Hello, Agnes. This is my apprentice, or my assistant, Caspar. Hello. What a hale-looking boy. And you, Andreas, you look very well. Why are you back in Tassing? I came to pay respects to Brother Piero's grave. Oh, you know, couldn't resist the charms of the country life. Wanted to reminisce. Tassing was on the way to Nuremberg. I wanted to take the long way around. Pay respects to Brother Piero. Oh, of course. I'm sure the brothers appreciated that. Well, they didn't, really. The last few years have been difficult for everyone. We've lost so many. Yes, I heard Bert and Mary had passed. Tragic. Yes, Veronica mentioned that Clara lost a child, too. What do you mean? I heard Bert and Mary had passed. Tragic. Yes, poor Klaus. I hope you've stopped in to talk to him. He sent you letters. Ah, yes. Anyway, I won't burden you with all of Tassing's troubles. It's been good to see you again, Andreas. Until later. Until then. I can't go up these steps, right? No. Alright. Let's go into the bakery. Hey, Ulrich. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Ulrich. How have you been? The Lord has been kinder to me than the peasants. These are difficult times for them, Andreas. They could use your help. Me? My help? How? Talk to the abbot. He may respect your opinion more than mine or the peasants. I doubt that. I would have hoped he could see that his behavior is not Christian, but something is clouding his judgment. I'm not exactly in Father Gonneau's good graces. I doubt he would listen to anything I had to say. We must try, Andreas. These men are fair and hard-working, but they've been pushed down for too long. They're becoming desperate, and desperate men can get their faith and forget their faith and turn to violence. It won't really come to that, will it? Perhaps not, but I don't want to take that chance, and there's no need to. There's no reason why the abbot cannot come to a good and Christian accord with the people of Tassing. Maybe it's only principle, or maybe it's only pride that's standing in the abbot's way. I hope that your counsel and God's light can touch his heart. I don't know the abbot's business, but if he's doing this for money, I may not be able to persuade him. We can only hope that love for his fellow man holds greater sway in his heart than the desire for gold. Thank you, and God bless you, Andreas. You too, Ulrich. Anna? Hello, Master Andreas. You don't even remember me. God bless you, Andreas. I'm thankful you returned to Tassing after so long. We prayed so fondly for you after you left. Thank you, Gret. I've kept Tassing in my prayers as well. It's very kind of you. You shouldn't have bothered. I've done well for myself, but Tassing. Have your prayers offset the abbot's? He's not as fond of me as the rest of Tassing. Thank you, Gret. Though it doesn't seem to have done much good. Ah, that's right. You were at Otto's speech earlier. Yes, Tassing's peasants are struggling, and now even we townsfolk are pinched by the abbot's new restrictions. I worry about my husband. He's getting too involved with the whole business. What Gernot's doing to Tassing is wrong, and Otto's standing up to him. You disagree with Ulrich? You're right to be worried. Otto's protests look like the start of a revolt. They do. Oh, may God prevent such a thing from happening here. I love my husband, but sometimes I worry that he focuses too intently on the details. He does not see that he may be both prudent and Christian. I pray that I am not acting selfishly, but the abbot's taxes have affected us too. What about Anna's future? Ulrich has been offering credits to Peter for years, which I've accepted, but now we can only bake so much bread a week before we go hungry ourselves. Can you talk to him, Andreas? I spoke with him earlier. He seems set on supporting the peasants. Of course, Gret, but I can't promise I'll change his mind. I can't promise I'll change his mind. God bless you, Andreas. That's all I ask. Alright. Ulrich? No. Maybe I talk to Peter? Is that who I'm going to talk to? Oh, no. Look at all this fresh bread. Those pretzels. Oh, look so delicious. Stoll's house. Werner, still here, buddy? Yes. Oh, Andreas Mahler. How unexpected. I'm very busy at the moment. Another time? Later, then. Maybe he's the murderer. He went to university. He could probably write pretty well. Who are you? Balthazar. Salutations. You must be that wonderful artist, no? I suppose. Who are you? Ah, of course. Forgive me. Balthazar Iskampf. At your service. But call me Balthus, please. It's much more familiar. A pleasure, Balthus. Have you been in Tassing long? Oh, just a few seasons. My cart broke down when I found the place so charming I decided to stay. I enjoy the quiet, but I must say, I do miss the company of other intellectuals. Usually that good Dr. Stolz and I whittle the hour away in the evenings. So naturally, when I heard a well-known artist had returned, I was beside myself. I'm always pleased to meet a like-minded individual. What do you do? I'm an inventor of sorts. Really? What do you make? All sorts of things, young man. Mechanical clocks of all sizes, metal mice that skitter about, even light without flames. That's truly impressive. Thank you, Andreas. I knew a fellow artist such as yourself would appreciate my work. Oh well, I best get back to it. You know how it is for us few, called to a higher art. Good luck, Balthus. Until later. So we got an inventor, huh? Okay. This is good, to be reacquainting ourselves with the town. I do like this. Indris. Andreas. Fabian? Hello, Master Maller. Till. Hello, Master Maller. Joseph, who you? Greetings, Andreas. Do I know you? Carl. Hello, Andreas and Anton. Hello, Master Maller. There's Otto. Andreas. So, Otto. Sign from God? Oh, right. I found something just a few days ago. This will sound crazy, but I found St. Moritz's head. What? His head? Are you sure? Are you sure? Shh. Yes, I'm sure. Alright, I can't say anything more until St. John's Day. Then everyone will know. Who else knows about this? Only those who need to know. And you, of course. Feel lucky? Maybe I will on St. John's Day when I see what all the fuss is about. It will be worth the wait, trust me. Until later, Andreas. Oh no, man, I don't know. Eva! Hello, Andreas. I guess, yeah, you would stay here now instead of with the Gertners. Have we already gone to Church and Druckers? Yeah, we did. I remember. Okay. Let's go down to here. Martin Bauer and Widow Kimperin. Cat. Andreas? Andreas Maller? Hello, Cat. Well, would you look at that? You are back in Tassing. And look at you. You've done well for yourself. And who's this? Cat, please meet Caspar, my apprentice. Hello. He's got the posture of an artist, that's for sure. Good strong face, though. I do? What brings you back to Tassing, Andreas? Just passing through on the way back to Nuremberg. How have you been, Cat? You seem well. I saw Martin earlier. I must say, I was surprised to see him. You seem well. I feel well. The past few years have been challenging, but I am stronger now for the Lord's trials. France passed a few winters ago. Then Wolf. Damn. Brigida and I nearly lost the farm, and our mines. But Martin returned shortly after, and he's proved to be a changed man. A good man. He saved us from destitution. Of course. The Abbey would have seized your land. Johann wished to buy it to preserve it for Brigida and I, but with the taxes being what they are. Well, we are lucky Martin returned. I do not wish the fate of Ottilia Kimperin on any woman, least of all myself. Times may be hard in Tassing right now, but God truly does answer our prayers. I'm glad you and your family are well, Cat, despite everything. Thank you, Andreas. It truly is good to see you again, even in the midst of such terrible times. Until later, Cat. Until then. Alright. Martin? Andreas Maller. Good to see you again after all these years. I'm surprised you'd say that. Your parting words to me back then were hardly kind. Were they? It's been so long I don't remember. You told me to eat shit. Oh. God, that's bad. I'm such a little shit. Well, sorry for being such an asshole back then. It seems like you've learned a lot since then. It's nothing to feel bad about. It was a long time ago. What happened to you, anyway? Oh, right. You know I stole some of the Baron's things. I didn't make it far with them. I tried to sell them in Walgau, and I got robbed. Serves me right, I guess. Luckily, they didn't find the coins I was carrying. The money carried me around Bavaria for another month and a half. Then I started stealing. I grew bigger and more confident over time and became a highwayman. You were a bandit. You're lucky you didn't get killed. And that's what made me quit in the end. I had a partner for the last year of my adventures. We tried to rob some Italians. We thought they were merchants traveling under the banner of St. George. St. George, a 2nd century Praetorian guard and patron saint of England. He is most well known for his legendary victory against the dragon. But there were soldiers guarding money from the banks of St. George in Genoa. Exactly. I learned that later. My partner didn't survive the encounter. I was wounded and alone in the wilderness. I thought of my father, my mother, Brigida. Realized I couldn't remember Wolf's face anymore. I had to come back and take up the responsibilities I had left behind. It's good that you did, for everyone's sake. You may be right. Mama Brigida couldn't run the farm after Dad died. Maybe it's for the best that he wasn't here when I got back. Yeah, it's all in the past now. Just need to look forward. That's quite a speech you gave back at the Commons. He needs support. The townfolk aren't so committed to opposing the abbot. They have less to gain and more to lose if the abbot chooses to get the Duke involved. Anyway, you have to get back to work. Good talking to you, Andreas. Alright, until later. He's definitely changed. Down this way. Brigida? Hello, Andreas. Hello, Brigida. How are you? Hello, Brigida. I'm surprised you knew I was back. Martin mentioned you were back in town. Yes, looks like he's turned up after all. You look like you're doing well for yourself. Look like you're doing well for yourself? Yes, the winter without him was excruciating. I lost little Wolf, and Cat was worried that she'd lose the farm after Franz died. But then Martin returned, and he's provided well for us ever since. Despite the tightening restrictions, we've gotten by. I'm thankful. It's wonderful to hear. I'm happy for you. I'm sorry to hear about Wolf. Thank you. I try not to think about it. Nod regretfully. Cat wants to talk about him all the time, you know. Any night there's clear skies, she looks up and asks if I ever wonder how he is up there. That must be excruciating. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, Andreas. I can't talk about this anymore. I'm sorry I brought it up. I'm sorry I brought him up. Was that a good idea? Why did you think she'd want to talk about her dead son? Were you trying to hurt her? Does it feel good to you hurting the wounded? No, I wasn't trying to be... I was trying to be kind. Does she seem like she has been gifted with a kindness? No. You wouldn't want someone to talk to you about it. That's why you don't mention it. I can't take this anymore. You can. We say these things even though the reminding inflicts immense pain. We say these things because it's the only way through. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. Then say that. But will it make any difference? I'm sorry I brought him up, Brigida. You didn't know. It's alright. It's been good to see you again, but I should be going until later. Until then. Yeah, so what's going on in my mind? Like, we have some real self-loathing at the moment, it feels like. Is she here? You're still alive! Oh, you have nothing to say. Okay, I saved your house and everything, but, nothing to say to me. Whatever. Alright, the Gartners. Oh, no, this is Johann. Veronica. Hello, Andreas. Good to see you back in town. Hello, Veronica. How have you been? Oh, pulled every which way. Mom's been a cow about when I'll give her grandchildren. As if I'm not doing enough work already. It's a good idea to set yourself up for the future, Veronica. You're two having trouble. You shouldn't rush something as important as children. That's what I keep telling her. Maybe you should talk to her, Andreas. If it comes from someone as successful as you, maybe she'll pay attention. Anyway, I should get back to work. We're all preparing for the festival. I'll leave you to it. Until later, Veronica. See you around. Hetty? Hello, Andreas. Hello, Hetty. Hans, you've grown up. Hey, Andreas. Heard rumors you were back. Hello, Hans. Meet Kaspar, my apprentice. Hello. Hello. Are you from Nuremberg like Andreas? I'm from Salzburg. Is that very far from here? Not too far, I think. A few days to the east on horseback. I've never been outside of Tassing. Or ridden a horse. Tassing's a wonderful place to live. You should get out of this place while you're young, Hans. It's a shithole. Tassing's a wonderful place. I guess. Some of the men in town say it would be better if the abbey weren't around. Then you'd have to contend with the Lord. It's hardly better. They might be right about that. What do you think? There are worse things in the world than Father Ganot's taxes, Hans. What do you think? I don't know. Could be nice to have a change. Be careful what you wish for. Change does not come peacefully in the Empire. I guess we will see. Until then, Hans. Johann, what's up, man? Andreas Mahler. Didn't expect to ever see you back in Tassing. You look like you've done well for yourself. Thanks. How have you been? How have you been? Not good. I never was able to get a hold of Ranig's land. Right, that's probably our fault, huh? I might have been able to take over my brother's plot, but I'm sure you heard Martin found his way back. I don't know. Even if I had 2 extra plots, the abbot would find some way to make me regret it. We're attacked so hard we can't keep up, Andreas. Sounds like a lot of people are upset with the abbot these days. They have a good reason to be. I know you didn't get on well with the man either. Father Matthias never let things get this bad. Anyway, good to see you, Andreas. Even if you are just passing through. Until later. Alright, Gertner Farm. I know I had dinner with you guys, but... Hello, Andreas. Big Jorg. Hey, man. Hello, Andreas. Hello again, Jorg. Sorry about dinner the other night. Dad, got a little heated. He's just trying to keep his dignity, I understand. Kaspar didn't mean to insult your family. Peter's a stubborn old man. Dad's always had a temper, but with things so bad this year, he's been angrier than usual. But that's why Otto's making his speeches and Klaus is printing the 12 articles. Change is coming to Tassing, Andreas. May the winds of fortune blow your way, Jorg. Do you really think you can make a difference? I hope you're right. Root for your sake. Me too. I'll see you later, Andreas. Until then. Clara? Hello, Andreas. Ursula? Hello. Hello, Ursula. Do you remember me? No? Should I? It's me, Andreas. I've been a friend of your family for ages. I suppose you wouldn't recognize me. I'm not the poor artist your parents boarded. No, you were very young when I was last in Tassing. I boarded in your parents' house. You used to poke me in the foot with a stick to wake me up. I did? You did. I stayed in the room upstairs. I kind of remember that. I think you told me a story once. Mom and Dad sometimes talk about you. They said you went away for more training. What was that like? Well, while I was in Paris, I learned a new oil technique. No, not about the art, Andreas. About your travels. All right. Paris is the liveliest city I've ever been to. The Notre Dame de Paris Cathedral is always being renovated. I was traveling along the Seine one night, and I heard a ghostly wailing over the water. The Seine. The Seine is a river that flows from its source near Dijon, through Paris, and out into the English Channel at Le Havre de Grace. Yeah, butchered that. Nailed it. I wanted to click the other one. And the university has some of the brightest minds I've ever met. Father says the university is a waste of time, and that people should learn a trade. Learned a lot in university, but never did finish my degree. Don't listen to your father. He just doesn't like anyone who's not a peasant. Eesh. I never did finish my degree. Learned how to paint instead. I think that's more interesting. Andreas, can I ask you something? Of course. Do you know the stories about Perchta and the Wild Hunt? In Germanic folklore, the Wild Hunt is a supernatural cavalcade of spirits and fiends which may cause destruction or portent war and other catastrophe if not adequately appeased. The Wild Hunt is often led by a legendary figure such as Perchta or the Devil. Of course I know it. It's I played The Witcher. I played The Witcher. A little. I didn't learn about them until I lived here. Why? Are they bad? Bad how? Well, my grandpa tells me things about Perchta and spirits and charms. And the old woman, Ottilia, she talks about them too, and says all these words I don't understand. She told me they're part of the old ways or something. So why do you think they're bad? Well, my dad says that I shouldn't listen to any of it. He said it's nonsense, and that Father Thomas would be mad. He said he only tolerates it with old people because they're too stuck in their ways. I don't want to get in trouble, but Grandpa says if I don't learn the old ways, they'll just be forgotten. Why are you asking me? I'm afraid if I ask someone else, they'll tell my dad, or worse, Father Thomas. So, are they bad? They're not bad, but the stories could get you in trouble, so... No, they're not bad. You should learn what you can while you can. Really? I mean, why not? Oops. Told the story that invoked God during the Gertner's Mill. Told an ordinary travel story. Damn it! I'm so bad at this game. I've gotten like one success. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. Until later. Okay, ill Peter. Are you ready? Are you ready, boy? Have a mask made? Huh? For St. John's Eve, you need a mask to help the Wild Hunt scare off the evil spirits. Master Andreas, what is he talking about? You don't know of Perchta? What did they even teach you these days? The Wild Hunt won't bother us, Caspar. They don't come after faithful Christians. Don't mind old Peter, Caspar. He's making up stories. The Wild Hunt is a pagan myth, Caspar. Myth? Myth? Pah! Well, I don't expect you to believe. You're from big cities. No knowledge of the old ways. The Wild Hunt punishes who don't respect the old ways, like that bastard abbot. Cough, cough. May Perchta addle his mind and give him brain rot for stopping the old traditions. Why not just pray to the saints? Bah, the saints. What good will the saints do? The abbot has already kept us from appealing to St. Moritz. Who else can we call upon but Perchta, when the church keeps us from God? You want to learn more, boy? Come find me at the bonfire, when the time is near. Cough, cough. If you wish. Until later, ill Peter. Bah. Okay. One of these days we're going to meet somebody who we've really connected with. Maybe it's the Miller's boy. We had a good relationship with him. The one time we spoke to him. Speaking of the Miller's boy, that's where we're going to head up to next. Up to the mill. Mueller House. Paul. Oh, this was Paul. This is the picture we saw. Hello, Master Maller. Hello, Paul. Be Caspar, my assistant. Oh, hello. Do you work with Master Maller? Have you done real art? I guess. I've been doing sketches of Tassing while we're here. All art created from the artist's heart is real art, Paul. It took me years of practice to make what I thought was real art, Paul. You're better off working in the mill, Paul. The life of an artist is a life of drudgery. Yeah, if it comes from the heart, it's real art. The dog's still alive, that's good. You don't need fancy paints or canvases to be an artist. You think so? Sure. How's your art going? Shh, quiet. Not where Dad can hear. Oh, right. How's the art going? I've been practicing a lot more. Klaus even showed me a big book full of prints. He said they used a technique called woodcutting. Have you ever done woodcutting, Master Maller? No. I spent most of my time learning the finer techniques of oil painting. I wish Dad would change his mind about art. Maybe one day, Paul. You never know. You never know. I hope so. I should get back to helping my dad. See you later, Master Maller. See you, Caspar. Until then. Staub is still alive. Who's a good boy? You're probably an old boy now. Pretty sure, a regular St. Francis. We pet all the animals. But I'm pretty sure that's a Great Dane, right? I think. Those sort of big dogs don't typically have, like, super long lifespans. Look at that gun. That's a really nice gun. Andreas, welcome back to Tassing. Lenhart has the mill. Sturdy as ever, just like me. You look well. Not stuck with the Gertners this time, eh? No, I'm staying at the Golden Hand. The Gertners are lovely people, Lenhart. And I didn't want to burden them, as I'll only be here a few days. Whatever you say. You have such a curious fascination with the peasants. Probably because you don't have to deal with them as often as the rest of us. Anyway, you should come by sometime. I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss. Good day, Andreas. Good day. Elsa? Good morning, Mistress Muellerin. Good morning, Master Maller. My husband has been talking about your arrival. We're pleased you've done so well for yourself. Thank you. I see the mill's doing well. All the fame has only brought more toil. I've been traveling almost non-stop. He didn't seem so interested in me last time I was here. I've been traveling non-stop. I pray you find some rest while you're in Tassing then. Who is this, young man? Caspar, my apprentice. Hello, mistress. Oh, you must meet my darling Paul. He would love to meet someone his age pursuing art. Just not where Lenhart can see. Yes, Caspar and Paul have been introduced. I'm certain they would get along well. That's very good to hear. Paul does not have many friends with similar interests. They are not easy to come by. He does not have many friends in general. And we'll figure something out. Only if you were also to attend. Master Maller! Please do not be inappropriate. Lenhart will not take... Well... I'm sorry, I must get back to work. Until later, Master Maller. Until then. Man, she read me like a book. I was hoping she'd just be like, oh yeah, I mean, sure. That was probably a mistake to say. I know we checked this last night, but just take a look. Yeah. You see, Caspar, this is the kind of art you want to do better than that. No stick figures, please. Yeah, Paul's a disappointment. Alright, do we want to go down to Smoky's? I guess we might as well be thorough. If we're going to be thorough, we better be as thorough as possible. Otherwise, what's the point, right? Smoke. Good to see you, Master Maller. Pretty sure there won't be anything else to see here, but... I don't see any signs, any symbols. Okay. To the Abbey.